guys, Dwight here and I'm back today with another video, and today we're starting a free-to-play run. So I've seen this requested a fair bit on Reddit and I think it's just an interesting idea anyway. Obviously now I've just hit S rank on my main account. I thought now is probably the time to do this. My main account was in no way free-to-play. Can't remember how much exactly I spent on packs. Not a great deal, but obviously wanting to get to S rank and enjoying the deck building aspect of the game as well, I did want to build a bit of a collection. Just so I have more options and more content to create, if you like. Now this account has just been created. I've just finished the tutorial. I used the code RedditPals to get an extra 100 gold when I signed up to the account, and so that is obviously one spirit orb straight away for us. Now it's asking us to play our first 1v1 match, but what we're going to do is we're going to go through the challenges and just earn as much gold as we can through these. I think there's about 600 gold on offer for finishing all of the challenges. So learn flying to defeat the Abyssinian general in one turn. So this one obviously is fairly straightforward. We use Tempest to kill off all the small minions, but we also have to use Aura Nexus to make sure our Dragon Lark stays alive. So kill off all them, fly in the Dragon Lark and finish off the enemy general. Okay, Wind and Fire. Learn airdrop to finish the enemy general in one turn. So generally with these you do need to use all of the cards that are given to you for the most part. So what we need to do is just airdrop the planar scout in behind the general so it's not provoked. And then we can use inner focus on this to activate it, Phoenix fire the general, and then run in the planar scout to finish him off. These are obviously all fairly straightforward, just the beginner ones. Later on they do get quite a bit trickier and teach you some pretty cool combinations of cards. And so when I first started the game, and well, even now, I still think these challenges are a very cool addition to the game and really help you kind of learn different card interactions and things like that. Okay, so we obviously can't get past this 1717 beast. We also can't get around the side, but they do only have 2 HP. So what we need to do is summon our ephemeral shroud over here so that it doesn't block our path. Use that to dispel the buff off of this minion. Use our Blood Tier Alchemist to kill this. And then we can just move in and hit them for lethal damage. Easy peasy. Creeping Darkness. Learn Frenzy to defeat the enemy general in one turn. Okay. The general has 11 health, so we're going to need to use Soul Shatter Pact here to get through these minions here. So Frenzy hits everything around it, so by using Soul Shatter Pact, which gives 2 attack to all of our friendly minions, we can then move this guy forward. Doesn't matter which one of them we hit because he'll die anyway, and as you can see by targeting that it hits all of the enemy minions around him. So our 3 little dudes can move up with 3 attack each, so that's 9 damage to the enemy general. And then Void Pulse does 2 damage, so we finish him off there. Like I said, these are really cool challenges. I think the first ones obviously, like I said, are very, very easy, but you get 10 gold for each of them, and I think, like I said, it's about 600 gold for completing all of these, and they do get much more interesting as you go on. So this one's all to do with ranged. Obviously we can't get through these and still attack the general, because generally in these you have to finish the general in one turn. So what we can do is we've got 3 attack on this guy, which goes into this one just fine. And then we need to give Greater Fortitude to this one so it can kill the other one. Or whichever way around you want to do it, because they'll both have 3 attack. And then Bounded Life Force makes our general a 10-10 from this point onwards. And so obviously we can finish off the Banar general that way. Okay, so that's the elemental secrets finished, obviously fairly straightforward. Swiftness of movement, use celerity to defeat the general in one turn. Okay, so celerity is this minion can move and attack twice, but you have to sequence it so that it moves, attacks, moves, attacks. You can't move, move, attack, attack, because that counts as, the first movement would count as one turn, if you like. So what we need to do here is use War Surge to buff our minions. We could equip this. So these two will go into this, or I can put this into this, it doesn't really matter. And then he can move in here to finish this one off. So we just make sure we move in here, finish this off. Of course it's provoked, so it can't move first. Let's just seeing if it could do that. So if I stopped there, I could attack one of these first if I wanted to, but obviously I don't need to. I just move in here and finish him off. Learn Dying Wish to defeat the Songhai General in one turn. So Dying Wish is just something that happens when the minion dies. So he's on 11 health. These two can move up here, but they can't reach him, so we can't use those. What we will need to do is if we move these up here, they can both attack this. Now their Dying Wish is that they draw a card when they die, so obviously that's going to give us our extra options to finish off the enemy general. So we can use Crossbones to destroy an enemy minion with range, so this one here. And then the Night Sorrow Assassin has Rush, and Shadow Reflection gives 5 attack. So there we go, and then we move our general up to get the last hit. I'm not going too in depth into these because, like I say, I think they are fairly straightforward in terms of the card choices they give you to finish them. Learn to break through, provoke to defeat the Magmar General in one turn. So provoke stops us from moving or hitting anything else except the provoke minion when we move into it. So as you can see, these three guys all have provoke, which you can see from the hexagon emanating out from them, or octagon. And provoke stops you from moving or attacking anything else except the provoke minions. So obviously that's going to stop us getting to the enemy general here. We've got these two minions as well, which we can use to contribute damage towards him. But we need to get through this guy first. And the way we're going to do that is by giving the blue tip Scorpion flying, as it deals double damage to minions, and flying means it can go anywhere. So this guy is going to come down here and do 6 damage to this guy. We can use Bone Swarm to deal 2 damage to the enemy general and the minions around them. So that leaves him on 6 and these two on 2. We can then move our general up, place the Frostbone Naga down here, which does 2 damage to all minions and generals around it. So we can't move our guys up until we've used this. And then these two can come down the sides and finish him off. Illuminati Weavers. Okay, next one is learn to destroy artifacts to defeat the Abyssian General in one turn. Okay, so they're obviously surrounded by an awful lot of minions. And Spectral Blade gives them 2 attack and gives them 2 health back whenever they destroy an enemy minion. So we do need to get the artifact off them before we can start trading minions into them, otherwise they won't die this turn. So Rust Crawler's a minion that has the opening gambit, destroy a random artifact on the enemy general, so obviously we're going to need to use this first. But if we place this down first, then Natural Selection will only be able to hit one of these or that, so ideally we want to deal with all of these first. So Plasma Storm destroys all minions with 3 or less attack, so it won't destroy ours, it will destroy all of theirs except the big guy in the front. So we can go ahead and use Plasma Storm. Now Natural Selection destroys any minion with the lowest attack or tied for the lowest attack. So if we were to play the Rust Crawler first, it would have died in the Plasma Storm, but also if we played it now we wouldn't then be able to use Natural Selection on this guy. So we have to use Natural Selection first. Then we can play our Rust Crawler off to the side, it doesn't really matter where it goes because it can't attack this turn anyway. and then we can use our minions and our general to kill the enemy general. So sequencing is really important in Duelyst, and you need to make sure you know how the cards work, but that's why I say these challenges are really good, because they do introduce you to a lot of the cards that you'll see. Some cards you'll see less of as well, but it gives you an idea of how they work in practice and the way you need to sequence things. So for the last challenge we're using Rush to defeat the Magmar General. Okay, so a Rush minion is a minion that does something the very turn it's played. So, obviously, with all these minions here, we can't get anywhere near him at the moment. We've only got 1 health, so we can't attack anything. So what we need to do is create a chain of minions so that we can get to him with our Rush minion. So we're going to move up into this space here. We'll use the Crystal Wisp in this spot, so that these 3 conveniently left open spots are available to us. Bone Chill Barrier spawns 3 walls in a row, and as you can spawn a minion next to anywhere that you have a minion or your general is as well, you can then drop the Saber Spine Tiger at the end of the conga line of walls and use that to finish off the enemy general.